Can we just chat a little bit while I get this set up? So, yes, as Tammy Abramowitz let everyone know, my beloved friend Tammy, yes, my name is Jana Sanfield. I'm also known as the Queen of Heavy Mental. I've been writing songs for a long time that people describe as psychotherapy you can dance to. Yeah, all the mood elevation of Prozac with none of the unsightly water retention. Yeah. So if you've heard my music, you might not realize, but I have an extensive background in psychotherapy. Okay, as a client. All right. But I think everybody who's come to this show understands that, and understands that being a mental health client is not such a bad thing. I did think it was a bad thing. Now, I started when I was probably 18 years old, going to counseling for depression. That was when I was in college. I'd probably been bulimic for probably 3 years, but I didn't even know what that was. I won't go into detail in case you don't either, but I started going to counseling for just having anxiety and depression. They asked me if I wanted to consider medication. I said, oh, no, that would mean something was wrong. I suffered through for decades, refusing to consider any kind of medication. Instead, I went to 12-step meetings. I went to all kinds of self-help groups. I was a self-help book junkie. In fact, I wrote a little song that said something like, bought an affirmation tape, thinking that's all it should take. Now I'm waiting for my happiness. Trotted out the things I think to $100 shrink. Now I'm waiting for my happiness. And I'm inside it feels like da-da-da-da-da. I wasn't planning to do that one, but anyway, you get the drift, right? Yeah. Fortunately, through counseling, I've been able to overcome a lot of my perfectionism, which allows me to just go ahead and do a song in a key I don't know that I haven't practiced for years and just, get 5 lines in and okay. Thank God for my medication. Before that, like any performer, I spent so much time wondering, what are people thinking of me? And my sister, it's so great to have a brother or a sister who's normal. And my sister would just go, Janet, get over yourself. People are not thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. Well, unless they're codependent, because a codependent audience is worried about what the performer is thinking about them. I know this from experience because I was actually the entertainment chairman of the International Codependents Anonymous Convention. Yeah, it was held in Nashville that year, and I was living in Nashville. And so our Codependents Anonymous group put together the convention. We had some great slogans that we wanted to use, but people were afraid they'd offend someone. But may I just tell you a few? I don't think you'll be offended. We're putting the fun back in dysfunctional. Codependents Anonymous International Convention. Don't you know someone who should go? The Codependents Convention. Find someone to go with. Hey, do you know how a codependent resigns from a job? Gives 2 years notice. Yeah. My psychiatrist told me that joke. How many psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb? Only one, but the light bulb has to want to change. My chiropractor told me that one. That guy cracks me up. Although sometimes I suspect that my chiropractor has been manipulating me. I told him my suspicions once. He got all bent out of shape. But I like him, and I can tell he likes me every time my chiropractor sees me. He says, Jana, glad to see you're back. So this is a song that some of you may know. It's called What Would I Do Today If I Were Brave? I wish I'd had the courage to try medication back when I was a teenager. To try something that could help my chemistry, my brain chemistry, do what it was trying to do, but just didn't have the ability. You know, when sometimes, if I am brave enough to tell people that I take medication, people will say something like, well, are you going to try to get off? I want to ask them, are you trying to get off coffee? You trying to break your Starbucks habit? That makes you feel a little better, right? Would you go to a diabetic and say, I hear you're taking insulin now. Are you trying to get off of it? I think you should. I am so grateful for every person who had the courage, who was brave enough to talk about medication, including finally my gynecologist. I was asking her if there was anything that I could do because my skin was just getting kind of wrinkly, and she said, I know, me too. She said the other day I was blow drying my hair upside down, and I happened to catch a glimpse of my face in the mirror. Oh my gosh! That's enough to depress anybody. And I said, well, I have kind of been feeling depressed, and in fact, I was talking to somebody about how I needed to do my roots because my gray was showing, and I got all teared up about that. And is it natural to be so easily upset? And she said, no. And you know who I think you need to see? My psychiatrist. Wow, my way cool gynecologist has a psychiatrist? That's what I asked her. She said, oh yeah, I just couldn't do what I do without the medication that I take. It just helps my brain do what it needs to get done. Wow. So finally, at about 45, I got the courage. I guess you could say I was Jana 4.5 then. I'm Jana 5.7 now. In November, I'm going to have another upgrade to Jana 5.8. Just wait and see how brave we are by our next birthday after all the great stories we hear tonight. What would I do if I knew I could not fail? If I believed with the wind always fill up my sail? How far would I go? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread, and I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way.